وراها داروا على الدانات 7 أبد. إلا دار زايد لا تقرب حماها، لا تقرب منازلها إلا محب. زايد أسسها واليوث وراها داروا على الدانات 7 أبد. نحنا شعوب لها نفدى تراها، نبذل الغالي لها دوم ونهب. نحنا شعوب لها نفدى تراها، نبذل الغالي لها دوم ونهب.
Welcome everyone with our program Perlas of Union. This program we invite the successful story and successful businessman here in UAE. Here today from Sharjah city with a new businessman with a new successful story. Hello, Mr. Khaled.
Nice to meet you.
Okay. So please, can you introduce yourself, Mr. Khaled?
Yes, I've been here almost 17 years now. Before I came here, in China, I studied in China, my university, and then what my major is for food stuff. Yeah, I'm an idealist, but the advance of the food stuff is that it's for stuff we have to learn the biotechnology and the microbiotechnology, and then that electric, and then also for food, for the water treatment, also food, the water quality. Water is one of the food, so it costs us. Today we do the water treatment business. It helps us. So I've been here. I feel that this country is really friendly, and then from 2006, I started my own business. And then now we come community for environment. Now we do water treatment business.
Okay, nice. Mr. Khaled, from the beginning, we need to speak more details about your first step in UAE and why choose this country for life and your business.
Actually, that moment, UAE is open for all the country. Yeah, that's why it's easy for Chinese people. They can come here to start their own business. A lot of people actually they come here for dreams. Yeah, and then of course a lot of Chinese people they also get very successful for his own business. I'm just one of them.
To be a businessman is not easy. Well, what is the challenge and the difficult that you was in your life and your business in the beginning of the business?
Actually, we have two difficult time. Number one, for start a business, you need to find out what's the direction, what kind of business can match the market demand. It's not easy to find. We also tried a lot. We tried many that smart socket for the water control, but not success. But once we come to the water business, we found out in UAE, the average water consumption per person per capita, it is almost 500 liters per day, according to the UAE climate changing and environment department. So we found out water recycle, reuse business will be good, and then will be match the marketing demand. So we focus on the water treatment and water recycle. This is our direction for the environment. Number two is most difficult is for the team to build up. You need good people, and you need technical people, you need marketing people, you need design, and then also the technology developer. Actually, we tried a lot. Fortunately, now we can say confidently that we already have a very strong team. Yeah.
Good, Mr. Khaled. So, Mr. Khaled, now we need to talk know more details about your company. what you do exactly, the facility, or more information about this business for everyone.
Yeah, I'm proud to say that we do have really advanced technology for the concrete wastewater treatment, and we have patent technology for that. And then in that we can survive because it's a small company. And then in that advanced technology, we have patent technology. It's really, really good. We have a lot of the customer placing letter for us to tell our technology. Actually, that after that I will give you more details for that. And another advance for our company is China. They have a very very wide range of all sorts. Now for the water treatment, we focus on the MPR technology. It is some kind of membrane. We call that hollow fiber. It is a filtration technology plus with biotechnology. That is the water can pass through the filter, the membrane, but the bacteria cannot pass through. So in the reactor, so the bacteria can concentrate it. Once the bacteria concentrated, so it gets very efficiency. The bacteria, you have more bacteria can eat the organic waste. So it is somehow like revolutionary technology, but of course it's not something new. But only China can make this product to be very low cost. Yeah, and then now we plan to make this one in UAE. Our new factory already started in Umrigi 1. We make everything now in UAE. Even we have some, after we show you that some, we call that the solar energy store is a battery system. Yeah, and we plan to make it in UAE. Yeah, after that I want to share some more ideas for why we make in UAE. There are some reasons, that number one, this country is really open country. All of the people, or all the people from, the people from all the world, they can find opportunity here. This is number one. Number two is that the government actually is very high efficiency compared to any other countries. And the number three, this country, the labor cost is very low. So made in UAE, really, especially for Chinese people, that in China the labor cost is going high and high, and then the manufacturer of China must be, we call that overflow. Yeah, from China to overflow to other country. Some of them they went to Vietnam, some of them went to Malaysia, or some of them they go to India. But I do think UAE is the best country for receiving the overflow of the industrial from China to UAE. Really, I even write articles for that to introduce what's the UAE advance for receiving the Chinese technology and Chinese, we call that capital. Yeah, so for that. Come back to our company. We focus that the environment technology, including just now we talk about the water recycle system, water reuse system, yeah, and also that our patent technology, especially for the concrete wastewater. Really proud to say that we already occupied the almost 65 to 70% of the market share in this field, the concrete wastewater. If you allow me to tell more details, I want to share.
Yeah, no problem.
I want to share you more details.
Yeah, I need this details.
For the concrete wastewater, I'm the expert for that. Actually, very proud to say that. Because the wastewater they have 4 very key data sheets. Number one is that the pH, very high. Yeah, it's very hazardous for the environment, pH. And then number 2 is the TDS, total dissolved solid in the water. Yeah, municipality need below to 3,000, you can discharge. And actually, the wastewater, some of them come to 8,000 to 7,000 to 8,000. And the number 3 is chromium, is heavy metal. It's chromium 6. It's very bad for the skin. Number 4 is the sulfate. And our technology can solve all the problems. You're learning, we receive a lot of that, we call that application letter for that. Yeah, this is number 1, our advanced technology. Number 2 is the MBR, just now we talk about.
So your experience is not low, it's very special. Your experience here in UAE. So what your motivation message for the everyone and new person in the business? What can you say for this person to do to encourage him to work?
Yeah, for me, really, I call for the more people, they are focused on the environment, because we have only one planet right now. We're living here. If we focus in the university, we didn't find any other intelligent, creative, only we are living here. We call for the people care more about environment and to focus for more advanced technology can save us, can save the planet. Yeah, this, and then for the startup company, my experience is to how to develop or to discover the people's potential for all the staff, and then to create a good environment for the company, so that can get a very stronger team and make the people working with commitment, with good mission.
Okay, Mr. Khalid, in the finish, Mr. Khalid, we need from your side also a thankful message for UAE, because I think that is your second home now. So message for the government, for all person, for all sheikh, for all leader here in UAE.
Yeah, I'm really appreciate in this country I can find opportunity for my life. This is really open country. It equal opportunity for all the people. If you're working hard, you can find your position and find the opportunity in this country. I hope this country will be more open and then can provide all opportunity for all over the country. That's I want to say.
Okay, so thank you so much, Mr. Khalid. We are so happy to meet you today. You are like a great example for a businessman here in UAE. Thank you so much.
Thank you for spread our story. I do want more people to know about our story and to work together for the environment.
Inshallah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Now we make another interview with a technical manager here in Masa Technical with Mr. Haidar Talha. First, Mr. Haidar, introduce yourself.
Thank you very much. My name is Haidar. Basically, I'm an environmental engineer. I did my engineering in mechanical, and then I specialized in environmental engineering. So environment was my passion, to work in environment, to do something related to environment. That was my passion. So I entered into this business with the water treatment and recycling business, alhamdulillah. And earlier I used to have experience with Mitsubishi and ETA group. So I've been working with them for almost 6 to 8 years. And then I started to get more into this business and start manufacturing this, learn about these components, manufacturing.
MashaAllah, Mr. Haidar. From the beginning, we need to speak more details about your first step here in UAE. So why choose UAE for the life and this country for your business?
When I came here, I came to visit my family. My uncle was living here after doing my engineering. So I was really inspired. When I came in 2006, I was really seeing a lot of boom, a lot of development happening. And I was fortunate to get a good job with the Mitsubishi company. So I worked with them. We had done tremendous projects for the government sector. So, and I've traveled a lot within the Middle East country. And I thought Dubai is the best place to conduct the business from here to anywhere in the abroad. So we were having a head office in Jebel Ali, and we were doing projects all over the Middle East, and African countries. So I selected this is the country where I want to live rest of my life.
MashaAllah, Mr. Haider. Every company in the world have a
Yes.
future plan. What's the future plan for the Masa Technical?
Yeah, like I said, with my experience, and I've come across Mr. Khalid. We were involved in one of the projects together, and we were trying to bring some new technology for reclaimers for concrete industry, and we were so connected. We shared ideas, and I thought Mr. Khalid is a very good idealistic person when he had a lot of approach with technology, and he is also passionate for environment. He's always say committed for environment, and he said like, why don't we do something on committed for environment, and we develop projects and we develop products and systems with his knowledge and my experience in this market, and together we have done we wanted to bring this to the market. So the future of Masa, we wanted to establish our membrane reaction technology, MBR technology, which is the first one in UAE. So we're going to establish a factory of MBR in UAE, which will bring down the cost of the projects and will affect this country. And this is because UAE is a water areate country, because there's less of water. We depend on seawater desalination. So we want to bring down the cost of the projects. So we are establishing a factory, and we are also trying to get into other areas of environmental concepts like hydroponics, vertical farming, so which Mr. Khalid is already interested, and we're working on some kind of a testing is going on. So yeah. So
This is very good, Mr. Haider. Mr. Haider, now I want from your inside send motivation message for the young people. We want to enter the business world. Send a motivation message. I think you have very good experience in the business world. Every people we want to enter this world, but it's came scare. What's the message to send for the young people we want to enter the business world?
yeah, business is a very interesting concept, and the most important thing to get into business is not just you just go behind the money. Money is not the motivation behind to make the money. The most important message, and with my Masa Environta, what we have with Mr. Khalid, we are committed for environment. So that was my basic thing, to commit for the environment, to commit for a bigger cause. When you commit for a bigger cause, when you have a vision, when you have a mission to go towards it, automatically you will make ways how to go to the scale up your operations, and that's how the money will also come in. So my message is, work on your passions. Whatever is your passion, is it environment, or is it something related to engineering, or whatever is it, make it a dream. And when you're working in that dream, money will automatically come. And then you can build around a business along with it.
In the finish, Mr. Haider, we need from your side also send a thankful message for the leaders and sheikh here in UAE.
Alhamdulillah, yeah, I'm really happy and proud of to be in UAE resident. I've been a very big fan of His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, and the vision he created. This is very, very interesting. I really believe in the vision which is created, and then achieving the vision. This is something really inspired me, and I like to follow his footsteps. Yeah, Alhamdulillah.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, dear viewers. I think this is a good, successful story for Mr. Khalid and for Al Masa company. Inshallah, see you next week with a new successful story with our program, Barrels of Union. See you next week, inshallah. Goodbye.